Good evening, everybody. John Jacob Schmidt here, National Director of AmRRON. Straight to the point, or the bottom line up front. AmRRON is elevating our AmCON to level 3, from level 4 to level 3. So we're raising that due to a probable event that could disrupt conventional communications. I'm going to talk about what that means and some of what's going on with Iran and Israel. Israel is striking Iran right now as we speak. I had intended to put together a video introducing the AmCON levels, or the AmRRON readiness condition level, but I'm just going to jump right ahead and talk a little bit about it now, why we're at AmCON 3 and what that means. So if you look at the website, you'll see I've moved this banner up to the top on the sidebar. This is the current AmCON level, and when you click on that, that will take you to the AmCON page where you can see the current AmCON level and an explanation of why we are at that AmCON level, and any special instructions or guidance that would be associated with that. So as of the 13th of June, 0245 Zulu, which is actually Friday, but we are using Zulu time here, so that's why you're seeing the 13th. Friday the 13th, imagine that. Due to the ongoing waves of strategic airstrikes by Israel against Iranian military leadership, nuclear facilities, there's a very high likelihood of cyber attacks by Iranian assets, as well as by other actors aligned with Iran. In the previous 24 hours, there have been cyber attacks against nation-state websites and other online services in Europe and the Middle East. Today, Thursday, there were numerous reported disruptions to internet-based communication services, and we're compiling those sources now, with no confirmed cause or responsible parties named. The AmRRON will remain at AmCON 3 until further notice, and we will continuously be monitoring the situation. Additional changes to the AmCON level and any special instructions or guidance will be posted here, as well as through the AmRRON member Telegram channel, the AmRRON Core ZNet, and the AmRRON mobile team app, which is open and available to the public. So for special instructions, let me zoom in here a little bit. Special instructions: inspect and do functions checks on all of your communications equipment, your backup power supply systems, and any supporting equipment. I see a etc. Typo there that we'll go in and fix. Replace batteries or charge all your batteries and top off fuel supplies, and avoid any unnecessary travel. This, combined with all of the other upheaval that's happening in our major American cities and even some of our smaller cities, scheduled smaller towns this weekend. And also there was a call by one of the Al-Qaeda top guys, gurus, whatever he is, calling for all Muslims to begin carrying out attacks on infidels in the United States. So we have this convergence of a lot of potential chaos, and we just want to be extra vigilant. And the attacks against Iran by Israel that are going on right now, the last I read, we are at the third wave of multiple waves of attacks. They've targeted the leadership by cutting the head off the snake right off the bat. They took out numerous key leadership in Iran, and early warning systems, missile defense systems, nuclear sites, all in phase 1. And additionally, they're attacking Yemen as well. So those are all underway. Iran has vowed that there will be this response like nobody's ever seen, and there's no more red lines for them. They're going operational, so they say. But Israel is punching them right in the face really hard, and one after another. So we'll see what comes of that. I'm concerned about some of the countries that are sympathetic to Iran or even partnered with Iran. In recent years, we've seen North Korea, Russia, Turkey, and others openly announce their support for Iran, including this kind of a evil axis version of NATO where they want to come to each other's aid if attacked. So we'll see what comes of that. But things are so volatile right now. Let's talk about AmCON 3 and in just a little bit, as soon as I get through these special instructions. If we go grid down, first of all, check your radio and television news sources for additional information. We do have folks that are actually, their power has gone out and they're hopping on the internet saying, hey, anyone else? So it could be a localized event. It doesn't mean we're under attack if your power goes out. So start checking everything, your internet, your local news. Tune into that. If you do not have local news, if it appears we are totally grid down, then go to your local scanner and your local ham repeaters, because there will be chatter there. The hams will be taken to the airwaves if people are finding themselves in a complete grid down situation. Then tune into the AmRRON Digital HF Persistent Presence Net. Even if a scheduled net is not taking place, somebody's on the air all the time on our frequencies for our persistent presence net. You can just do a quick search there, and the schedule is on the website for what frequencies, what bands we use at various times of the day, which is why we urge people to practice regularly, so this all becomes familiar to you. You will also find the persistent presence net listed in the AmRRON signals operating instructions. But there are postings on the website. Just do a search at the top of the website right here. Type in, persistent presence net, and you'll find those postings with the schedules and frequencies there. Begin while you are listening to local traffic and trying to get an assessment of what's going on in your own area. Once it seems like this is not just a localized event, begin preparing your status report. This is a way to put out a pulse check so we can account for who is where, what's being affected where, and then if you have some type of a narrative, a situation that's unfolding, then you can produce a SITREP, a situation report. Your Tier 4, 5, and 6 stations will be collecting those stat reps. So once you get it completed, if you are HF capable, then go ahead and transmit your stat rep and get those out there, preferably using ComStat. And then if you don't have ComStat, just use an FL message. Or even if nothing else, in FL Digi, just send out a plain text stat rep, and you'll have Tier 4, 5, and 6 stations collecting those because they will be putting together initial event summaries to let everybody know what they know at that time. Refer to your signals operating instructions to identify your next scheduled net. But if you do have emergency traffic, you can put it out over the persistent presence net any time of day, and somebody will be out there to grab that, to relay that for you, and get it to where it needs to go. Follow the instructions of the NCSs once nets begin, and he'll ask for traffic. He'll ask for priority or higher traffic. If you do not have priority traffic, just routine traffic, then do not transmit until he calls for routine traffic. Routine traffic will be handled only after priority or immediate or flash traffic is handled. Any changes to the net schedule, then that will be put out over the nets, the scheduled nets and the persistent presence nets. Also, all official traffic from AmRRON National will be authenticated or digitally signed by the AmRRON actual PGP key. If you are not familiar with that, you've got to know if what you're receiving is authentic and actually from AmRRON. You can go to this website right here. It's on the sidebar that will take you, copy and paste that, and that will take you to the website posting that discusses and describes setting up and using the PGP signatures for authentication. And I'll be talking about this in an upcoming video. You need to put together your own PGP signatures and exchange that with stations that you, your other friends, your buddies, people in your group, other operators that you regularly exchange traffic with. You've built a trust level that you want to know that this is really the person you think you're talking to. You want to be sure. You want to digitally sign any traffic that you're sending back and forth. You can also download the AmRRON actual key to import into your own Cleopatra right here on this this website right here. This website address will take you straight to the AmRRON actual elliptical curve key. Now let's talk about AmCON 3 and what that means. Officially, this means when you see that, it means there is an incident probable. This is where you want to finalize your plans with family and friends, your network, discuss, what if, what will we do if this or that happens, where will we meet? You're going to begin the process of communicating with everybody. While you're a grid up, take advantage of it. You'll monitor radio traffic and increase the frequency of your nets if necessary. And we're talking local nets here as well. Maintenance checks on your fuel, your backup power, your batteries, which was already put out in today's AmCON instructions. Review your comms plan and your email and phone network to adjust the comms plan. If you have a local comms plan, make sure everything's working in working order. The repeater that you're planning on using or your simplex frequencies, make sure that that's all checked. Ops check your comms plan and make sure everybody is they're up to date, they're up to speed. Everybody can contact each other, and we'll continue to provide updates through those outlets that I mentioned, the AmRRON Telegram channel, the ZNet for AmRRON Core, and the mobile team app, and keep checking the website. So if we do go grid down, we have a comms plan so we can stay in contact with each other, so we can stay informed, we can inform others, and serve our local communities by sharing that information. So you guys stay safe out there. Be vigilant. There's a lot going on, and we're going to be tracking that continuously from here on out. So we'll bring you any updates as they occur. Just prepare. Don't get distracted with news about things that really don't matter right now. Stay aware, and we'll stay in touch. And we'll see you on the air or right here. So be sure to like, subscribe, comment. If there are any questions that you might have in the comment section, I'll get to those when I can. And of course, our AmRRON community can always weigh in and answer questions if I don't get a chance to get to that. They're just some really awesome, helpful, selfless patriots. And so tap into the network right here in the comments section. If you have questions or concerns or you need some help with something, there are people that will be able to help you until I can jump in there, or if I can't jump in there. All right, guys, 73, God bless, and God bless the Republic. This is John Jacob Schmidt, out.